Howdy y'all, Fuzzy Biker here in our La Quinta morning studio. I've been getting a lot of questions about the gear I wear when I'm riding the motorcycle, what I bring into the hotel at night, stuff like that. And so I thought I'd do a video on that. On the motorcycle, I've got that bag on the back. I've got this bag on the tank. That's all the gear I take into the hotel at night. I do have a box on the back of the bike that I can put other things on, and I've got that's where I put my food and drink and light stuff. And then I have on the front of the bike, I've got two bags. One is on the left side as you sit in the bike, has got an air compressor, rain pants, and I think a puncture kit. And then on the other side, I've got a bottle of chain lube and a battery pack. Now, the big bag right there, the duffel bag, that's a Rhino Walk 45 liter bag right there. And that's where I keep my tent right there. My sleeping bag right there. I don't want to pull it up because it's a down sleeping bag. I don't have it compression sacked. I've got a air pump. I've also got a sleeping mat in here somewhere, little tiny one. This thing right here, that's the brand. The sleeping bag is also a Nature Hike down bag. I've got one of these pumps. I don't know the brand of that. It says Flex Tail. I ordered that just because it was orange. And I've got my rain top, which I never use because of that jacket, my Royal Enfield Nervic jacket. We'll talk about that in a bit. So that's, I put some clothes in here. I've got my dirty clothes covered by my Frosty Fender shirt over there. Thank you, Harry Terry. I just went to Virginia and Gearhead Junction there, the Royal Enfield dealer, amazing Royal Enfield dealership, and he had the Frosty Fender, and so that's as far as clothes go. I carry two pairs of traveling pants. They're heavy duty pants. They're made, they're water resistant, all that neat stuff. A pair of shorts that I can wear around like the hotel or wherever I'm at. I've got, of course, underwear and socks. I wear wool socks that go to my knee, and I've got a light pair of socks also. And I carry a couple of these wool shirts, these long sleeve wool shirts. So that's a Colorado Mark suggestion, and I like it a lot. They're comfortable, they're light, they pack up well, and I hope they cover the smell. Anyway, that's the clothing options that I take with me, and a mess of t-shirts, 3 or 4 t-shirts, and I get t-shirts along the way. If I'm ever caught in a spot where I need something else, I just go to the store and buy it. So that's my gear there. I have in this bag, oh, those are my gloves. So this is one pair of gloves that's my Royal Enfield Alpine Star winter gloves. I'm not as ready as I thought I would be. I also carry a pair of those are my cold weather gloves. I used to carry a pair of Tourmaster Polartec, real heavy gloves, but when I got my heated jacket, we'll talk about that in a bit, I didn't need those anymore. I also carry a pair of fully ventilated gloves for hot days like yesterday. Those are Royal Enfield as well. So this is my Tusk Olympic bag. I got that for free from a friend. I keep in there most of this stuff here. So I've got my helmet cleaner. I keep that on hand because that's very important. So just to throw up, this is we're towards the end of November, towards the end of October. I bought this the beginning of June. This is a can of Protect All. I got it at backtocycle.com, and that can still has stuff in it, and I use that daily, sometimes multiple times a day. Just squirt a little bit on the windshield of the helmet, and then away you go. I've got a first aid kit which needs replenished. I've got my trusty Swiss Army knife. I've got a bag full of these, maybe 100 of them, different styles over the years, and that's my latest one. I've never had one like that, and it works really well. Some bug spray, GoPro batteries. I've got a flashlight that I keep right there. That is Warsoon T7. That's my T7, and I like it. I use it to check my oil and stuff like that. In here, I've got Tylenol and medicine for allergy medicine. That always helps a lot. And I think that's all I take in there. This is my toilet kit. I've got my hairbrush and toothpaste and some more medicines of different types. Other things like diarrhea medicine or flu medicine and stuff like that. Stuff that I don't need readily available. I keep that in here, and just things like that. These are the stars. These are what you see when you see me. This is my first gear heated jacket. I never had heated gear until last year. I never had heated gear, And so, I got it. I thought, I've been riding motorcycles since I was 9. I've never had it. It's a game changer. Get some heated gear, at least the jacket. That's all I've got is the jacket. I've got some pants, but I never use them. And that jacket keeps your body warm, and your hands stay warm, and your feet stay warm, and your legs stay warm, and everything stays warm simply because this jacket, it will keep you, keep your core warm. This is a First Gear brand. I wore the snot out of this the last 2 years. I'm going to, it plugs into my motorcycle right there. I put in a port on my bike. I'm going to investigate what other brands there are out there. I will pay good money for a very good heated gear setup. This one works really well. I want to see what else is out there. So I'm going to research that through the winter. This will keep me through this winter. Now here's the star of the show. This is a Royal Enfield Nervic 2 jacket. I had the original Cardon Law jacket, which was amazing, very heavy, very warm. It's the warmest jacket I've ever had for motorcycle riding. Then I got the Royal Enfield Nervic jacket, which was stellar jacket. I love that jacket. That thing was bulky, and it got anything over, let's say 80 or 85, you were sweating. It didn't have, it was bulky and stiff. How about that? This came out, so I got this jacket literally the week before I went to Alaska this year. And this jacket already has over 30,000 miles on it. And I just love it. It feels, when you hold it, it feels heavy. And the arms are stiff. They got the pre-bend in them and all that neat stuff. But when you wear it, it's flexible. It works well. It's comfortable. It's got amazing amounts of armor in the shoulders, the sleeves, and the back area right here. It's very thick armor in the back. This is all rated armor. I don't know if I can find something to tell you the rating. Maybe I can right there. Protected D30 by D30, whatever that means. And it's just been a great jacket. It's got, I think I counted 10 zippers on the front. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the same on this side. So 10 on the front. I can access all of those while going down the road. I can zip and unzip everything. Like I said, there's 2 on the arms. I open that thing up and lower these chest panels. It was in the 90s yesterday, and I was in Texas, and I was comfortable as long as I was moving. I had to get caught in a couple traffic jams, and that was stop and go traffic, and it got warm, but because of the venting, it was survivable. But I love that jacket. I can't say enough good about that jacket. It's got 2 pockets on the front. I don't think they're rated as waterproof, although that's where I put my phone when it rains. And you put the phone in there, you do this, snap it in, and that works. It's got these adjusters on the side. It's got my thing right there. See who I am. It's got this patch. I'm going to get a Baxter Cycle patch for that. I really want one of those. Hey, Baxter Cycle, if you're listening, send me a patch. On the back, it's got this. Let me see if we can get this open. It's very dirty jacket. Very sorry, it's very dirty. It's got this big panel back here that I leave it unzipped almost the whole time because it works that way. When it was, I think I was in, I don't know where it was 37 degrees. I don't know where it was, on the East Coast somewhere. I did zip that morning. Good idea, it worked well. This is a pouch where a rain jacket was. I took it out because I don't use it. Now, I've been caught in the rain, heavy rain, in this jacket quite a few times. And it, like its predecessor, the Nervics and the Cardon Law, they keep me dry. They just keep me dry. I've got a big windshield on my motorcycle, and I've got all that other stuff. So that jacket is a rock star in my touring life. How's that sound, huh? I can't say enough good about it. It's got this cool collar while I'm looking at it. So see that? There's a magnet on there to hold it so it doesn't flap. And then this thing here where it snaps is adjustable up and down. So I like that too. Works very well, so the other big star, the other thing that makes touring, made a real big difference in my motorcycling was this helmet. This helmet, this is a Shoei Neotech 2. I'd gone on a long trip. I had a beautiful HJC helmet. It had 2 of them. And I'd gone on a long trip, and I got blown around, and I thought, this has got spots that are tight, and I went to the dealer, and I got myself, I was getting a good helmet, and I got a good helmet, and this is what they recommended. It's a modular. So it opens up like that. It's got the sunshade, if I can get it to work, right there. Check that out. And you have to remember to clean that when you put. It's got a removable liner on the inside, which I do take out and clean periodically. It's got a 5-year warranty. This is the second shield I've got on it. This is coming out. The first shield was fine. The second shield, I ordered one of those photochromic shields, and it worked grand. It really did. I loved it. Quality was really high. I'm not going to say the brand. And then coming back from Alaska, it had it about 4 months. The photochromic stuff just wore out. But this is not a complaint video. This is a product video. What am I wearing video. This is the venting on the top. So it's got close, all the way open, and medium open. I always leave it all the way open. And then this is a chin vent right here that I use right there. I love this helmet. It's very comfortable. I've had people say, well, hey, it's a pretty heavy helmet. And I'm told it is. It's very aerodynamic. And when you're going down the road, I think the helmet balances itself, becomes neutral on your head. Because I do notice when slower, when I'm like around town, I do notice the bulk of the helmet. But I love that thing. Comfortable, relatively quiet for a helmet. These helmets, they all say room quiet. Well, they are room quiet as long as you leave all the vents closed and everything shut off. But we don't ride like that, do we? Electronics wise, I take an iPad and I've got this. This is my Garmin 396. It's old. I want a new one. I keep researching and talking to people. I talked to an expert at Harry Terry's in Gearhead Junction. There was a guy there was an expert at these, and he told me all about them. And the new one does almost everything I want to do, but not quite. And I got to research some little steps in there. What I like about it is wherever I'm at, I got directions. What I don't like about it is it's not live like your phone. It doesn't give you weather locate, or weather. It doesn't give you traffic, where the traffic's dense and reroute you if it's dense. It doesn't give you location of the police. That's very important. So, that would be nice. And then a charging block right here. Other than that, it's my cell phone. So really, this is my whole rig that I take in and out and do everything with right here. Over there, you'll also notice that red bag. That's where I put my dirty clothes. That's a dirty clothes bag, and that will go in that bag. My Rhino Walk. So, it's a system that's working pretty good for me. Things I'm going to change on this. In the summer, I wear a very light shoe, and that's fine. In the winter, I've been wearing, now this time of year, I wear a boot, and I need to take a light shoe with me, something like a slipper to wear on the hotel or like anywhere off the bike. So this is the whole system, and it works pretty well. Very happy with it. I think, is that the only change I can think of? I think it is. As the weather gets cooler, I might take. I don't think I will. I didn't last year. I was going to say I was going to take warmer pants. Maybe I'll take longer underwear with me. I used to wear Noru underwear head to toe, and maybe I'll start wearing that again when it gets colder. We're only in October, right? So November, December, January. I don't want to even think about it. Anyway, yeah, any of this gear, like this jacket. I don't know what else, the gloves, the Rhino Walk stuff, the helmets, you can get all that at BaxterCycle.com, the cleaner for the helmet, and or go to the Mighty Minitropolis and Baxter site, in Marnie, Iowa, the Baxter Cycle there. They sell Royal Enfields, Triumphs, British bikes of all types, antique British bikes, vintage British bikes, helmets, gloves, gear of all type. Go to BaxterCycle.com, or give them a call, tell them, where am I at? I'm in Texas. Tell them San Antonio Fuzzy sent you. Life is good, my friends. Get out and live it. Wahoo.